Alright fellas, look, listen up please. I don't know how you used to do things around here, but in my clubs, we do things a little bit different. Pitchers get outs and hitters score runs. That's the bare minimum, and I am all about doing the bare minimum. So Merriweather, Wesneski, Barnhart, Happ and Hosmer, get out. Just get the hell out.
Go Cubs go, go Cubs go. Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today.
Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to the Chicago Cubs. It is episode 3 in our long attempt to try and win the World Series with the club. And well, if you are a regular viewer of my channel over a period of time, you will know that I have very little patience and that I tend to say that I'm going to do something, we'll take our time, we'll give it till the mid-season and then we'll do trades. Here we are, episode 3, and there are several trades to catch you up on. It has been all changed. Now, one thing, Cody Bellinger has injured himself, torn quad. A little bit of a shame because he got off to a decent start to the season, but he is out. But that injury is actually perfectly timed because Seiya Suzuki has come back. So they pretty much just sort of crossed over on the way in and out of the rehab room. So that's absolutely fine, but there have been trades done, so let's catch you up on those. So the first one regarded Eric Hosmer. Just get him out. He's old. I say he's old. He's 33. He's not that old, but he was a free agent at the end of the year. We had some good young first basemen that were sort of around the fringes. So I decided to give them the chance, get rid of Hosmer. And in came Cole Sands. Now, the funny thing about this is that I'm pretty sure this is the guy when I did my pitching tutorial, like how to build a bullpen. This is the guy I traded for and said I wouldn't necessarily trade for this guy. And that's exactly what I did. I'm fairly sure it's him. So he's coming to the bullpen for now. He's a borderline starter. Our bullpen pitching in particular, but just pitching in general, had not been particularly good. There was some good guys and some very bad guys. So this guy will, hopefully anyway, we've strengthened things overall, and the pitching will be a little bit better. So that was Hosmer's trade. The other trade we did was Ian Happ. Now, we sent him off to the Diamondbacks. He was, of course, a free agent at the end of this year. Now, what I've done here is, in order to try and get something like a useful player back the other way, I've kept 100% of his salary. If we were doing anything less than that, we weren't getting anything for him, obviously, because he was a free agent. And if you do just have a quick look, I don't know if you can see it down here, but his batting average was 114. Yeah, so that was enough for me just to say, get out. I'm not putting up with this. So he left. What we got in return was Josh Rojas. Now, he came in as a third baseman. He's going to be a direct replacement and play in left field, which he can do very, very well. And yeah, so that is one of the that we got in. Now, he's still in arbitration. He's on way less money, so it worked for us on that front as well. And only 28, so we've taken 5 years or so. Or how old was Happ? Maybe it's a little bit less than that. But anyway, doesn't matter. I think he's a better player anyway. And as I say, we're saving ourselves 8 or so million. But it wasn't just a one-player trade, this one. We also got in Carlos Vargas. Now, Vargas? Yeah, it'd be Vargas, wouldn't it? Now, what I like about him, the obvious thing is the movement is just incredible. So he's an extreme ground ball pitcher. Now, given that we have Dansbury Swanson and we have Nico Horner, two really, really good defensive players in our middle infield, I think an extreme ground ball pitcher is probably something we should look to do because our defense is going to clean up most of what happens. He also has decent stuff about him as well. Now, he's in AAA right now. He's out in Iowa. I think we'll probably see him sooner rather than later. I just wanted to have a quick look at him in our system beforehand, and yeah, he's only 23, so there's plenty of time for him to be part of our organization, and I think he's going to do quite well. So I think between the two of them and we're keeping the 10 million of Happ for a season, but it is only a season. We've already sort of budgeted for the money anyway, and I think we've got two very, very useful players in return for that. Now, there have been some other changes that I'll catch you up on as we go, players dropping down to AAA and obviously others coming up. Now, since last episode, we've won 12 of 23. We are dead on 500, you may have noticed. There's not too much to catch you up on in terms of individual performances. You can see we ended up splitting the rest of that series against the Brewers, so we did come back okay after opening day humiliation. They then went to Cincinnati, won 2 of 3, so that was good to see. Texas, we won 1 of 3, snack a 1-0 in there. Seattle came to town. Now, I'm used to at the end of the Tigers series, Seattle were quite good. They were sort of our nemesis team, but it was very sweet for them to come to us and sweep them, even though it's a completely different team. But yeah, that was very, very nice. But you can see even in the games that we're winning here, they're lower scoring. There's not many games where it was. I think it was the 10th of April was where we made the trades. So we weren't scoring many runs, and we were, as you can see as well, giving up quite a few. So when we changed things, we started to get some decent results. Not all of them, of course. We had some decent results before that as well. We went to LA, very, very happy to come away with 2 wins there. We went to Oakland, that's just up the coast a bit, isn't it? We won 2 games there. The Dodgers then came to us. They didn't like us winning a series in their backyard because they swept us in a 4-game series, so that is a big ouch. Then San Diego has been in. We've won the first of the 3 games. We lost the second one by a single run, so today's game is, for lack of a better term, the money game. So the overall standings, we can see them here. We are, as I said, second in the division. I'd say just behind the Reds, 3 games back. The Reds are, the percentages are a little bit off-putting at this stage of the season, aren't they, really? But we're sort of, you'd say, where we want to be, maybe where we expect to be at 500. We are just outside the wild card as things stand, but obviously still a long, long way to go. We're to the end of April, so yeah, ages to go yet. If we want to have a look at some early league leaders, we can see them here. I don't believe there's any Cubs anywhere up there. Nice to see my boy Petey Alonso doing some good things, and we've got one our closer. Al Zole is third amongst saves, but that is about it in terms of that stuff. Let's have a look at some individual pitching numbers. And a couple of new names to point out to you as well that have come in since last episode. Ben Leeper has come up from AAA. We'll have a look at him. He replaced Merriweather. And the other change that we made was Sands, who we've already seen got traded. He's come in for Wes Necky, who was not particularly doing anything very good. And we've moved Mark Leiter Jr. into the starting rotation, out of the bullpen into the starting rotation. So we'll see how he gets on. That's only just happened. I don't think he's had a start yet. No, he hasn't. So we'll see how he gets on up there. Brault gets the start today, back at the Cubs, and perhaps showing why he was let go, if I'm being completely honest. Have a quick look at Ben Leeper. And this is him here. He is potentially, quite a decent closer for us. Extreme fly ball, so he's sort of the opposite of what I said we should maybe be looking to do. But we'll see how he gets on, won't we? But certainly the attributes there. Only 2 pitches, but they're good pitches. Lots of stuff about him as well. And hopefully he does well for us. And if we go and have a look at the hitting side of things, the new name here is Miguel Amaya. He has come in, and we've dropped Barnhart back to AAA. I'm just not a Tucker Barnhart fan. I know he's a good defensive catcher, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. He just rubs me the wrong way, I think. Marvis has come in for Hosmer. Obviously, we traded Hosmer for a pitcher. It was to allow Matt Marvis to come up and play some Major League Baseball, and I don't believe there's any other changes there. The only other change, obviously, is Suzuki coming in for Bellinger, but that was, for the most part anyway, that was just down to injury. It was down to injury. And obviously Rojas is the other new name in there. But the bats are doing okay. Madrigal, average is a bit disappointing. The on-base percentage isn't too bad, but you can see the OPS plus is what I'm always told to look at. And there's not a lot of high numbers there, is there? So there is definitely room for improvement with the bats as well. So to have a quick look at the new guys here, Miguel Amaya, he's a very good defensive catcher. So this is why I don't have any qualms about sending Barnhart down. He's 24. I think it's his first time in the majors. It is. So, he's the future, isn't he? So let's hope that he does well for us. Haven't had many Panamanians playing for my teams either. So nice to have one of those around. And of course, Matt Mervis, he is the other one. And still a good defensive first baseman, not quite as good as Hosmer. And the bat is a little bit more powerful, maybe a little bit less contact, but still is very decent. So for the same money, we knock 8 years or so off the age, and I think we've got a player that we can keep at the club, hopefully anyway, and sort of build as we look to become that force in the National League. So that is more or less everything caught up on. Let's go and check the lineups for this game today against the Padres. On your feet, Chicago, as tonight's starting lineup takes to the field. At first base, it's Matt Mervis. At second base, it's Nico Horner. At third base, it's Patrick Wisdom. The shortstop is Dansby Swanson. In left field, a big Chicago welcome to Josh Rojas. In center field, it's Seiya Suzuki. In right field, it's Trey Mancini. Designated hitter tonight is Miles Mastrobuoni. Behind the plate, it's Yan Gomez. And a big welcome back to tonight's starting pitcher, Steven Brault. Alright, and this is it. It's Mastrobuoni leading us off. He's done really well, batting .325. He's a designated hitter for this one. Horner bats second at second. Rojas bats third in left field. It is Wisdom, the third baseman, cleaning up. Seiya Suzuki in center field right now. He bats 5. Dansby Swanson is the shortstop, batting 6. Marvis, the first baseman, bats 7. Mancini, the right fielder, bats 8. Yan Gomez is the catcher. He bats 9. And it is Steven Brault on the mound for us. A 2-2 record. That ERA and whip are a little high, aren't they? We're up against Yu Darvish. Now, I believe he was a Cub for a long time, was he not? He has an 0-4 record this year, an ERA of 7.28 and a whip of 145. So the pitching matchup is, well, it's two bald men fighting over a comb, it looks like, doesn't it? But let's hope we get that comb. Alright, and welcome back to Wrigley. It is going to be Bogert leading them off as we do a lap of Wrigley. Now, I will sort of apologise a little bit for last episode. I know I'm trying to get the game sound. If you are new to the channel and just for the Cubs series, welcome, obviously. But you're probably not aware that... Oh, it's a diving catch out there. Rojas, showing why we traded for him. And, whoa, what an introduction that is. As in now comes Matt Carpenter. Yeah, so what happened is that I had an issue with my computer and I basically had to wipe it and start again. So I lost a lot of settings that I had. And there's settings that you don't realize that you even use. And one of them is it was sort of the sound settings for OBS, which I use to record on, as that should be easily caught in right field to end at the top of the first. So yeah, I'm just trying to refine how I had it. So I'm trying to get the sound of the game coming through and not be too loud. So I think last episode I went a little bit too high on that. So hopefully we've caught that over on for this one, as Mastrobuoni starts us off with a ground out to the third baseman. In now comes Nico Horner, batting .309 this season. It's a 2-1 pitch, and Horner gets it up the middle. And that will be the first hit of the game as he turns and heads back to first with one away. Rojas coming in now, batting .274. An 0-1. Rojas has sent it into left field, where it will be simply caught. Horner will go back to first for 2 away, bringing up Wisdom. Now, Wisdom has maybe cooled off a little bit. 6 home runs. He was on fire the first week or so of the season as he pops that up into left field to end the first. It is scoreless as we go into the second. And Juan Soto comes in. Now, the Padres are one of these teams that have just spent silly money, haven't they? I mean, it seems like... the Cubs did as well, I think, didn't they? But I just traded away most of what they spent. As Manny Machado comes in. And that should be out of here, is it? It certainly looked good off the bat, and there it is. Manny Machado has opened the scoring, 366 feet. And, yeah, that looked one off the bat, didn't it? And that will be that. It is Kim to the plate. Now, Korean names always, I get them back the front. Hya Sung Kim. I can never remember if Kim is the first, because I know it's back the front. Anyway, he's out no matter what his name is. Not Nick Cruz, it's Nelson Cruz coming in. Batting 163, and he pops it up. And so far, you've got to say, Brault has done well, other than the pie he served up to Machado. Let's see what we can do now. Seiya Suzuki comes in. Only batting 174, but limited time at the plate so far this season as he hits that well, but straight to the first baseman, and that will be one away. Dansby Swanson now coming in. A 1-2 pitch. Swanson strikes out for 2 away. Bringing up to the plate, Matty Mervis. Is it Mervis or Marvis? It'd be Mervis, I suppose, wouldn't it? He's batting .218 so far this season. First pitch has a go. Oh, I thought that would look good off the bat, but it was a simple pop-up to end the second. In to start off this the top of the third, will be Grisham, batting .289 this season, and that is a ground ball. Horner over to first. Mervis with the play, and that will be the first out. In comes Campusano, batting .254. That's one of those names I really don't want to have to say too often. As he strikes out. Brault's third of his outing. Bogarts comes in now, 0 for 1 today. A full count, 2 out, no one on, and a walk. So that's always a little bit of an anticlimax, isn't it? In will come Carpenter now, who is also 0 for 1. It's a 2-2, and that is hit into deep left field. But Rojas is there, makes the catch to end the top of the third. And it is still 1-0 to the Padres. Mancini to lead us off, batting .229. I've got to say, I've been a little bit disappointed with him so far. I thought with the attributes that he had, he'd do a little bit better than he has been, but hopefully he will come good. In now comes Gomez, who is batting .148 and in a slump. And he strikes out. That'll be 2 away for Mastrobuoni to come back in 0 for 1. A 3-1 pitch. And that is a ground ball to the first baseman. And that will do it for the middle of the third. Honestly, what am I talking about? The end of the third, the bottom of the third. All right, Tatis Jr. will lead them off. I was a little bit nervous about Mastrobuoni leading us off. As Tatis Jr. hits one into the gap in left center field all the way to the ivy. And it's a leadoff double, which is not ideal when we have, is it Juan Soto up next, isn't it? Followed by Machado, who's already sent one into the fans. So here we go with Soto. He is 0 for 1. It's a full count. And that is a ground ball. Third base has it over to first. And that will do it for that. Wisdom to Mervis. It is Machado back up. Only hit, really, of the game, although they just got one, didn't they? But anyway, hit a home run last time up. That's going to drop in. Is it in front of left field? Can we stop the run from scoring? Rojas does well, but runners at the corners with only one away. This is dangerous stuff, and it's Ha-Seong Kim, who is 0 for 1. It's a 2-2. It's a pop-up. How's your arm? Can Rojas stop the run from scoring? It doesn't look like it. And it is now 2-0 to the Padres. Nelson Cruz comes in, 0 for 1, 2 out with a runner at first, pops it up into center field. Simple as you like for Seiya Suzuki. And that'll end the top of the fourth, but we fall a further run back. Nico Horner now to lead us off. He has our only hit of the game so far. First pitch has a swing down to the first baseman and out at first. What happened to this Davis's like 7 RBI, 7 ERA even that he had? Where's Rojas? Here he comes, a 2-1 pitch. Rojas to the third baseman, 2 away. It's always frustrating, isn't it, when you think you're going to have a day out at the plate looking at someone's ERA and then they go and do this to you. Wisdom pops it up into left field. A nice quick 1-2-3 inning for the Padres. Oh dear. Alright, to the top of the fifth, it is Grisham to face Brault. It's an 0-2 pitch, and that is popped. I guess they could say the same thing about Brault, really, couldn't they? He's so far had a pretty good outing considering. Campusano comes in, 0 for 1. It's a 1-0 pitch, and that is into center field. It's going to drop in for a 1-out single as Suzuki gets it back into the infield. And it is Bogarts who is 0 for 1. I think he walked last time up. 0-2 pitch, ground ball, double play, double play, double play! And that'll end the top of the fifth. Very nicely done by Swanson and Horner. Alright, Suzuki comes up to lead us off. 0 for 1. Only 4 hits all season. And that's not going to change with the ground ball to the shortstop. 1 away. In now comes Swanson, who is 0 for 1. It's a full count. Come on, Dansby. He swings. It gets past the catcher. And it is thrown out at first nonetheless. And it will bring Matt Mervis to the plate with 2 out, no one on. He's 0 for 1 today. It's a 3-1 pitch. And Mervis looks at what almost certainly was strike 2. But given us ball 4 even, so we'll take it. Mancini comes in, tying run at the plate. A 3-0. Suddenly, 2 on, 2 out, and up comes Yan Gomez. Now, to be fair, Gomez has not looked like much of a batter all season. First pitch has a swing. Is that going to drop in? It just might. Center field is just standing there looking at it. And Yan Gomez drives in the run. It's 2-1. And we have Mastrobuoni now, who's 0 for 2, with a chance to give us the lead, or at least tie the game up. And he has grounded it to the shortstop to end the inning. But lead cut in half. 2-1 the Padres lead now. Matt Carpenter to face the new man on the mound, Fulmer. Now Fulmer's ERA this year is 2.83. No, it's 2.38, sorry, I think it was. It's a full count to start things off. We need him to do well for us here. And he starts with a walk. Tatis Jr. now, who is 1 for 2. It's a 3-1. Fulmer, oh, I thought he was going to have another walk. Perhaps he maybe should have, as that goes to the ivy, and it is going to score a run, is it? Oh, it is. Are we going to get him at third? Oh, it's a triple. It's an RBI triple. And it's 3-1, no one out. Soto to the plate. And we've walked him, which does make a little bit of sense. Though it does bring up Machado, who is 2 for 2, already with a home run. And that is popped up into center field. Now, Suzuki does have a good arm. Can he stop the run from scoring? No. And it is now 4-1. As Fulmer looks like he is intent on blowing this for us. It is Kim back to the plate. 0 for 1 with an RBI. There goes the runner. Can we nail him at second? No. So runner moves into scoring position with 1 away. And we walk Kim to first. So 2 on, 1 out for Cruz, who is 0 for 2. Full count and, strikeout. That must have been very, very close. In comes Trent even Grisham now. 0 for 2. 2 out, 2 on. First pitch swing. And it is just a little dribbler in front of the plate. We should get him at first. We do. But 2 runs crossed for the Padres in the 6th. We are now 4-1 down. Horner to lead us off again. He is 1 for 2 today. A first pitch swing. Horner has lined it to the second baseman. 1 away. It brings Rojas to the plate, who is 0 for 2. A 2-2 pitch. And another strikeout. 2 away for Paddy Wisdom. He is 0 for 2 as well. First pitch swing. Wisdom sees something he likes. Pops it up into center field. And I think we've got 3 hits on opening day. And we've got 2 hits so far. But we have scored a run today. So that is something. It is the new man, Rowan Wick. Now, opening day, I believe he gave up runs for fun. He's improved a little bit since then, I think. We'll check his ERA after this. And that is not the stuff wanted. As a 1-2 pitch gets crushed to the ivy. And it is a leadoff double. Alright, let's have a look at this guy's ERA, shall we? Of course, Rowan Wick is a part of our All-Canadian Blue Jays. His ERA is 2.31, so despite opening day, he's not done too badly. Maybe just not a fan of YouTube, as Rojas is able to keep it to just a single and the runner at third. But again, no one out. Runners at the corners for Carpenter, who's 0 for 2. It's a 1-2 pitch. There we go. We finish 1 off. So that's a good one, because now a double play can get us out of this. It's Tatis Jr., who is 2 for 3. It's a 1-0 pitch. Infield is in. And they don't need to bother, because that is 7-1. As Tatis Jr. crushes one over the left field fence. 383 feet. And you can see what I mean, that the pitching is... I mean, nothing is particularly good, but the pitching is... troublesome, as Cole Sands will come out for what I believe is a Cubs debut. He's going to face Juan Soto, who is 0 for 2. It's a 3-1 pitch, and it is a walk for his first batter as a Cub. Machado will come in now, 2 for 2, home run, 2 RBIs, having a great day. That could be a double play. It is. So we will stretch. And if you want to walk out while you're on your feet, I don't think anybody would blame you. It's 7-1 to the Padres. Alright, welcome back. We have Suzuki leading us off. 4 for 25 this season, and, well, that's not going to get him very far, is it? That is 1 away. And, I mean, Yu Darvish is pitching an absolute blinder. 0-2 on Dansby Swanson, who gets a good piece of that into left center field. It goes to the ivy, and we have a runner at second with 1 away. Very, very nicely done indeed. It'll bring Mervis to the plate. And let's see what he can do. He's 0 for 1 tonight. It's an 0-1 pitch. Mervis into left field and foul territory, actually, where it's caught for 2 away. In comes Trey Mancini. He is 0 for 1. It's a 1-2 pitch. Mancini strikes out, and that'll do it for the 7th. We have tied our hits from opening day now. It is Kim back up to the plate. 0 for 1 today. It's a full count. And it is a strikeout. Very, very nicely done by Sands. Alright, Cruz to the plate now. 0 for 3 today. It's a first pitch swing. And he gets one up the middle for a 1-out single. And, yeah, here go the Padres again, you fear. Grisham, who is 0 for 3. 0-1 pitch. Grisham pops it into center field. It's an easy catch there for Suzuki. That'll be 2 away. Campusano to the plate. He is 2 for 3. It's a 1-2 pitch. It's a ground ball to the third baseman. Wisdom over to first. Mervis makes the catch. And that ends the top of the 8th. We need 6 runs in 2 innings despite having 3 hits in the previous 7. Gomez, who has one of those hits, an RBI last time up, of course. It's a 2-1 pitch. Gomez sends it straight up. It's going to be caught on the International Space Station, I think, but in foul territory, Carpenter makes the catch. That is 1 away. In comes Mastroboni. I think the experiment of him at the top of the order has well and truly failed as he grounds it to the third baseman. No play, though. So he does have an infield single. 1 on, 1 out for Horner, who is 1 for 3. A first pitch swing, and that is going to be a double play, is it? No, luckily, just at first. So we do have a man in scoring position, and it is Rojas to the plate. He is 0 for 3 today. And, oh, it's hit it really hard at the second baseman, and he can't handle it. And so with 2 out, we have runners at the corners and Wisdom at the plate to face Honeywell Jr., the new man on the mound. He is an ERA of 250 this season. It's an 0-2 pitch. We all know what's coming. There it is. And we will go to the 9th. 5 hits, though. We're spoiling you today. Bogaerts to face Sands. Bogaerts is 1 for 3. A full count. And a ground ball to the third baseman. And eventually we get the throwaway for the first out of the 9th. Carpenter, who is 0 for 3. An 0-2 pitch. And that is a ground ball over to first. Marvis gets the out. That'll be 2 away. Tatis Jr. now comes in. Look at this for a day. 3 for 4, 4 RBIs. He's a freak. Certainly out of the park baseball world anyway. But not the equal of Sands, who strikes him out. 6 runs we need in the bottom of the 9th. Suzuki to lead us off. 0 for 3 today. A 2-2 pitch. And Suzuki has popped it up into left field. That will be 1 away. I know what you are thinking. How on earth is this team a 500 team? And after seeing this on opening day, I don't know. Absolutely no idea. Dansby Swanson, for the second time, finds the gap in left centre field. He's going to have himself a second double. That might even be a triple as he doesn't show any signs of slowing down. The big belly flop, and Dansby Swanson has himself a triple. Very, very nicely done. In comes Marvis now with a chance to drive in a run. It wouldn't be his first RBI in Major League Baseball, but he doesn't have too many as he pops it up into right field, but it should be deep enough to bring the run across the plate, and they don't even contest it. So it is 7-2. No one on, 2 out, bottom of the 9th. Mancini 0 for 2 tonight. It's a first pitch swing. Come on, Trey, do something, mate. He hits it up into right field. That is going to drop in. So a 2-out single. Yan Gomez now. Now, surely you've got a pinch hit here, don't you? I mean, I know he's 1 for 3, but come on. It's a 2-2 pitch. And Yan Gomez, is that going to drop in? No, it is not. We've lost 7-2. Obviously, we had somewhere to be. I don't understand why you wouldn't pinch hit the catcher there. So yeah, a little bit of a tough loss, that one. I'm not sure what to do with the bullpen because we've got the likes of Boxberger, who Burger to go, as I've been calling him, because that's where my brain goes. Rowan Wick is another one now. Suddenly, I mean, I think it's so early in the season. ERAs fluctuate up and down like there's no tomorrow, don't they? But we do have a couple of potentially good arms in AAA. I already, of course, showed you Vargas, who we just recently traded for. We've also got this guy, Jeremiah Estrada. Now, he has been around the system. He did play a little bit of Major League Baseball last year. He looks as though he's got off to a solid start in AAA. So I'm wondering if what we might want to do is bring those two in and just hope, the attributes that we can see here kind of translate into on-field performances because... yeah, the pitching is woeful. The hitting is not much better. Actually, the pitching, statistics-wise, is actually not bad at all. It's the hitting that is terrible, but we have a way to fix the pitching right now. We don't really have a way to fix anything to do with the bat in hand, do we? But anyway, that's all from my problems, not yours. That'll do it for today. If you have enjoyed that for some reason, it's not good watching, is it? Make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. We'll come back in May. We'll come back to face... what about if we face Cincinnati? They're a divisional rival, aren't they? So we'll come back and face them in Game 3 of that series. And until then, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.